Hey, all, wild weather here for LiveWeatherBlogs.com. It's Friday evening on February the 24th, 2012, and wow, here's a look at the current temperatures. What a day today. Oh, geez. Where can you start? Well, in the Philadelphia area up here, most people are expecting highs in the middle 60s today. Well, it never got out of the 40s. As a matter of fact, when I left for school this morning, it was 40, 41 degrees with a stiff east-northeast wind gusting at 20 to 25 miles per hour. And the end result, by day's end, really wasn't much different. 42 degrees with light rain and actually winds were calm with some fog. So, um, needless to say, the temperature is definitely busted today. Very, very much on the much lower side. But that wasn't the case everywhere. 52 degrees right now here in Washington, D.C. Uh, it is warm, but not nearly as warm as was expected. Cold front is lying in the area here. Look for that to blast through soon. 73 degrees right now down here in Virginia Beach. I was talking to Dean earlier. 78, 79 degrees in Roanoke with maybe some tornadoes around the area. Uh, just incredible. Any way you slice it, folks, this is wild weather. Needless to say, this is something else. Temperatures busted way cooler south, or rather north, and the warm air never really got too much further north than anticipated. It was anticipated, and that's where I thought maybe going into the summer, maybe this northern jet would stay strong and head the warm air off at the pass, but we'll see how that goes. No doubt about it, though, with quite a temperature gradient. Severe weather coming up in the severe weather season may be quite interesting as we get into March, April, and May. Uh, Quite a gradient in temperatures is what you're going to cause quite some horrific wild weather maybe in terms of tornadoes, severe weather coming up this spring. Um, let's take a look at the winds right now because we have high wind watches and warnings going into effect. Cold front lying here is going to rocket off to the east eventually, and winds will be between 26 here right now. These are sustained winds. Winds in this area gusting easily to 40, 45 miles per hour. Look for that to be repeated off to the east. Some isolated power outages I would expect over the next 24 hours anywhere in the from southern New England down in here, up down into North Carolina, and then that will push off to the northeast from there. Look for strong gusty winds, 40, 45 miles per hour gusting, maybe as high as 50, 52, 55, where there could be some isolated or scattered power outages. Let's take a look at the IntelliCast radar right now. Here is a squall line that came through Roanoke earlier in the day. Squall line now, thunderstorms going on from just around Atlantic City, north of there, straight down into the southeastern states. This will continue to rapidly move off to the south and east. Severe weather, the most severe I think would probably be here in the Virginia Beach area, southern Delmarva. Look out for winds changing with height, especially these storms here where the warm from cold front come together. You got strong diffluence in the winds here, fanning out, causing some divergence and rotating cells, especially this one right here. Coming, let's get in here. More strong severe thunderstorms down here, but let's zoom in here. Let's put this into motion. This one here coming across the Chesapeake Bay here, heading for the eastern shore of Maryland, looks rather rambunctious. This one here. Uh, I'm sure if you're in the path of this storm, just heed warning. This one out in lone cell out in front of this main line could be one that rotates. So here comes the cold air rushing in behind the cold front, which lies here. Philadelphia is stuck in the stable air. Do not expect any thunderstorms in this area. But however, in the next 2 hours, an hour and a half or so, Philadelphia region, get ready for the strong gusty winds. The fog that you have currently will be replaced with strong gusty winds to 40, 45 miles an hour. And all of this activity will continue to move off to the south and east. There's some instability, cold air aloft, showers and snow showers. Look for this to be the general rule tomorrow as well, especially as the low pressure pulls out. Maybe some snow and rain showers tomorrow with gusty winds. Any time the precipitation is coming down, look for temperatures to remain in the 40s, low 40s at best. Tomorrow's going to be a much different day if you're down in this area, especially. Did a much different day tomorrow as you did today. Again, almost 78, 79 degrees here in Roanoke and Dean Davison country. Temperatures never got above 45 even in the Philadelphia points north. So, just interesting. Very dynamic situation going on today. Um, and I expect more of the same going into the future. Here's a look at your live water vapor map, and you can see that the warm air was head out to pass here. Here comes your cold front. Sorry, this one frame here is pretty bad, but here comes your upper level energy is going to lift out and get ready for strong gusty winds. Here's the National Weather Service current watches and warnings right now. High wind advisories all in the brown, the most areas, South Carolina all the way up the coast here. We have tornado watches and some embedded warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings. This will expire as the cold front moves off the shore. Most damaging thunderstorms, I think, were the warnings here. There's a tornado warning down here in South Carolina. There and up here in the Chesapeake Bay is pretty concerning looking. Winter storm warnings going for Maine, upstate Maine, and upstate New Hampshire and Vermont, and also New York State. So that'll be with this low as it heads out and pulls the cold air in with it. Any reports today for severe weather? Let's take a look. Wow, look at this. This is very impressive for February the 24th. Look at all this. Wow, all day long, severe weather has been raging down here in the southeastern states, up into the southern mid-Atlantic. Never got north of the Mason-Dixon line, but just pretty amazing. And here's some of your reports today. Whoops, let me go back to that. Here reports lots of wind and hail reports. 88 wind reports today and 3 tornadoes, mainly in South Carolina, but as Dean said, there's maybe a few sightings of tornadoes up here. Funnel clouds, 122 total reports, folks, for February 24th. It's pretty impressive. I don't see any, down the road, folks, I don't see any changes. I think that as we get into severe weather here season, we're going to have a lot to track. Be very interesting, and the dynamics with these very powerful jet streams going across the country here is definitely going to feed into this. We've been predominantly under a northern branch that's been pretty fast and zonal. My theory is that this zonal flow that you've been witnessing is going to start getting a little dipsy-dooies here, and when that happens, you're going to get the dynamics to come together, and temperature gradients are going to cause quite the severe weather outbreaks going into the future. That's all I have for right now. You all take easy, and anywhere you're in high wind advisory or warning, take heed, hold on to the steering wheel, and please be prepared. Maybe some areas get some scattered power outages today, into the night, into the first thing tomorrow morning. They had some very heavy snow 4 days ago down in this location. The trees are weak, so especially in this area down here, and just about anywhere where you're under that warning and advisory. Winds of 40-45 miles per hour can bring down some tree limbs onto the power lines, causing some power outages. Stay safe out there, and you're on the road tonight. Just keep that in mind. This is Wild Weather here for LiveWeatherBlogs.com, where it's been a day for wild weather.